You're now listening to the show about the shit in life that's just a bit too much, from the perspective of stand-up comics. With our hosts, Carmelo Bongiovi and Ken Krantz. This week's topic, school days. With our guest, Daniel Perafan. This is A Bit Too Much.
This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about because I just signed my daughter up for preschool, and I brought her into this school yesterday where it was like, we walked in and it was like all this like nostalgia hit me from like my school day, because it's one of those schools where the kids are like from preschool to 8th grade. You know, it's like a school that you're going to be in for years, and I'm walking through these halls and it like triggered all these memories of school. Did you guys go to did you switch schools a lot, or were you in like one school for many years?
Well, I did the same elementary, junior high school. I never switched outside of the primary functions.
Yeah, same. I went to the same school so I went to a Catholic school, so I went to from first to 8th grade in the same.
Yeah, mine was I went through K through 5.
Yeah.
Was elementary. Then 6th and 7th was middle school. Then 8th and 9th was junior high. So there was a 2-year junior high.
Wait, 8th and 9th?
8th and 9th. So it was K through 5, 6 and 7, one school, 8 and 9th, the junior high.
Huh.
And then you would enter high school in the 10th grade. So you were already a sophomore by the time you got to high school.
Oh, that's weird. I've never heard of that.
Wow.
It was wacky. It was so.
Where'd you go to school? Like the Middle East? That's not a school. That's not an American school system thing. What is that?
I don't know. I think we were like the first year that they did that with. I think the school, the town was so big. There were so many kids that they had to just split it. I don't know.
That's weird because they.
Oh, do they still do it like that or no?
As you know what, I don't know. I've been out of that school for 30 years. I would assume so, but I don't know.
And you retained none of that information.
No.
I'm
impressed. I remember it now.
Well, that's weird to me, and maybe it's because in my mind, that 9th grade age at like 14 years old, because I associate it with high school because that's our school structure. It feels to me like that 14-year-old should not be around the other kids, because I feel like you are a different person. And again, it might be because you usually go to become a freshman in high school, but you are such a fucked up little person at 14 years old.
Yeah.
And you go through this whole metamorphosis in your body and in your mind, not just puberty, but like your whole like social status, like things change so much around that age. Maybe they don't if you're still in like if you're still like in junior high technically. Yeah. But I'm like, I wouldn't want a 14-year-old around my, like, let's say 10-year-old. I feel like a 14-year-old just like starting to find drugs. Maybe that's just my friend group, but they're starting to find drugs and stuff at that age. Like,
don't molest your kid.
That's when we started.
Yeah. I don't want them trying to fuck any of the
That's my kid, yeah. Your 10-year-old comes home like, I have a boyfriend, and he's 14. Like, what?
Yeah, I'm going to jail because he's being murdered.
Yeah.
He's being murdered, and now I'm going to jail. Yeah, it's like, because you really do. I mean, obviously, like, as you get older, things evolve slowly, right? But like each year you feel like a little bit more smart than you did the year before, and you have a little bit more social awareness as you did the year before.
I never had that.
You still don't have social awareness.
No, I'm saying I never had I feel smarter than I was this time last year.
Yeah. You're one of the few that get progressively dumber.
If anything, we've gotten dumber, I think, as a whole. Definitely gone downhill myself.
Yeah, well, as comics, we just stopped learning a long time ago. We're like, I know how to do one. I know how to do one thing.
No, but kids are getting dumber for sure.
Oh yeah,
like it's quantifiable.
But also, like, their social life is so fucking different than what we had. Like if you think about even like what to wear, we've talked about this I think before, but like what you would wear to school, like you just had a trial and error when we were kids. Like, am I gonna get made fun of for these jeans? Like you didn't really know. Now there's like fucking get ready with me videos and TikToks and stuff, and you're like, they're being taught how to dress and like how to. I feel like they're learning things on a faster scale than we did. We had it was really trial and error with us.
Yeah.
When we were kids, what to wear, what to say, the slang, whatever the slang words were of your. Yeah, the whole thing was like, really, you just took a gamble and then got made fun of.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure kids still make fun of each other, but I think they're not as socially,
I
They're
feel like bullying's.
different.
Bullying's on the decline, I think, because all the mass shootings.
Well, that's the most major form of
You
bullying.
think they're taking out future bullies?
No, they're because because they do that anti-bullying campaign. It's so funny. They're instead of getting rid of guns, they have been like, well, why don't we change the way kids play with each other? Let's make them nicer to each other so we don't form these mass shooters.
They will try anything but curbing guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will try anything.
But for a while, it felt like bullying was like the social media bullying was like on the rise. But is that like maybe not as intense as it was? I feel like when people first started going on social, people were getting bullied like super intensely because they would like go home and get bullied, and they'd be like pictures posted of them and some shit, know. But things were just so different. Like when we were kids, like we just got into trouble hands on. Like we walked around I'll never forget. I went to this Catholic school, and we like I don't know. Sometimes they used to use the kids as like labor for the church. They would be like, okay, we need you guys to go like clean up some chairs and shit. We would just be moving chairs around, and we were like, it's really fucking sick when you think about it. Like it had nothing to do with school. We'd take an hour every once in a while to bring like folding chairs from the auditorium to the convent down the block. We were just like, I think I was at an age where they were like, they're kids, they can do it. It'll be fun for them. Yeah. And I remember we did that. We had to bring like chairs from an auditorium. It's like you could have hired a moving crew for this. There were just a bunch of kids bringing like chairs and tables from like this like auditorium, and then the convent where all the priests lived were like down the block, and we were bringing all that shit over. And we thought it'd be funny. Somebody in my class that coordinated this. He was like, how about if it was like fall. He's like, how about we all stuff, when the teacher's not looking, let's all stuff the leaves on the floor in our pockets. And when we go hang up our coats, we'll all empty out the leaves. Like we'll just bring leaves back into the classroom. He thought that was hilarious. And we were all like, this is fucking genius. Like we thought that was a good idea. We were like, that's going to be funny when the whole classroom has leaves in it. This is like, 9-year-old boy logic. It's like, this is going to be great. Right. And we went and we all, every time the teacher turned around, a bunch of kids would just throw like leaves in their coat pockets. And then we would go back to the classroom, and everyone goes to hang up their coats, and we all just emptied out the leaves in the classroom. Like, could you imagine being a fucking teacher and be like, you're not even damaging anything. You're just a bunch of fucking nuisances to your teacher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the dumb shit you would do just to get like the slightest giggle out of your friends. There's nothing more obnoxious than like a 9-year-old boy.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Like a 9-year-old boy is maybe the worst type of person you could deal with.
Try teenage girls.
Teenage
girls are mean, man.
That feels out of their control, though.
Why?
It feels. You know what I mean? It feels like because of like puberty and hormones and shit. It feels like they like that's like a different metamorphosis. That's like you become like evil for like 4 years or 5 years as like a teenage girl.
I have a stepdaughter.
It's like a possessed thing.
I have a 13-year-old stepdaughter who's like really surly. You remember when one of Steve Harvey's staff members leaked that memo about how you're not to make eye contact?
Yeah.
That's how I treat her, like Steve Harvey. Like I come home and you immediately catch what kind of vibe there is in the house, and then it's just some days it's just like don't no eye contact. Just go to your room and hope nobody notices.
Yeah, it's like a bad prison warden in your home. Yeah. I don't know. We just found these like small ways. We had this library. No, she was like a computer teacher. Remember when you were like, I don't know, of a certain age, computers might not have been invented yet when you were.
No, I remember.
We had abacuses. Remember an abacus?
Right. You know, we had a computer class. I remember when we were kids. It was like this thing. We were like, "Oh my god, we have computers!" Early, 90s, and we did like a typing class, and then we'd play like Oregon Trail and do like typing. That was like the extent of our computer class. And we had this computer teacher who we all hated. I don't know why. She was nice. She was nice. I think back to this all the time. I still have tremendous guilt over this. We one day thought it was her turn to do like the outside recess. You know, with the kids, like watch the kids while they're outside the school, like after lunch. Yeah. And we had picked those little like red berries that are on the bushes. You know those little like poisonous berries that are on the bushes. We all gathered them and coordinated an attack on her. Like when she came out to recess, we all just pegged her with these little red berries. And I remember them hitting. I know, right? Like what a fucked up evil thing to do now. And it's like probably like 8 or 9 boys are just like, gotcha. And they're all throwing berries at her. And I'll never forget it because it was one of those moments where the second it starts, you're like, I think we're going too far. You know, like I remember her white blouse being hidden, all these little red dots forming on her blouse, you know, like they were staining her shirt. And this is fucked up. We're throwing them at her and she had like a nervous breakdown. She like fell to her knees and screamed. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget. Yeah. Like she like went, she was like, like I think she was already having a hard time with us. We were like a rambunctious group of kids. I feel like we were like the worst class in that school. Yeah. We were the ones that were always in trouble. We were the ones that were always causing trouble. Like of all the grades from 1st through 8th, our class followed throughout the years. We were always the problem class. Like we had a few kids that like wrangled us all, you know, that we listened to that were like, you know, these are, and you know, future drug addicts is what we later found out. They were on there. This is a precursor to their addiction, was just like causing trouble for no reason. And it started with things like this. And, you know, these are kids who ended up like killing animals and then being like bad kids. So we're throwing these berries at her and we're hitting her and she like falls to her knees and she starts, and we never saw her again. She quit or fired. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if the school let her go because they're like, you can't, you know, fall down to the floor like
that was your
Carrie.
Your teacher.
She was like a computer teacher. She was like the computer class teacher. Yeah, man. We like ruined this woman's life.
We had an art teacher in junior high and she had a bit of a nervous breakdown because of our bullshit, to the point where like we just were, I don't remember anything specific until one incident, but we were smartasses the whole year.
Yeah.
Nice. Who gave a shit about art, you know?
Right. Yeah, like fuck her trying to teach us art, you know?
How dare you give us beauty?
Yeah, I'm going to show this bitch try and impart something nice on us.
Yeah. Right.
But she had gotten engaged and she passed her engagement ring around because she wanted to show the kids.
What a fucking mistake.
Yes.
Like, as a dad, you don't give kids anything of value. You don't hand them. I mean, you're older. You were older.
Yeah, it's not like giving it. We were in junior high. But I'll say his name because I don't care. I know he remembers. Alan Wells says to me, he's like, hey, let's steal this ring. And I was just like, that's the best idea anybody's ever had. Like, that's got to be the Michael Jordan of ideas right there. And like, we hung on to it, and then she got so upset. Like, we gave it, but we were like, hey, we're just playing. Like, here's your dumb ring. Yeah. But I remember she turned her back, and she was silently sobbing on the chalkboard and just kind of like pounding her fist. And I remember thinking like, oh, maybe we did push this too far.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But probably nothing's going to come from it until maybe a month later, there was a school dance and she was the chaperone. She was one of the chaperones and her fiance was there. And her fiance cornered me and Alan Wells and was like, I don't care if you're kids. I will kick the fucking shit out of you if you ever mess with my fiance again.
I mean, you know, rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the time we were like, oh my goodness. Like, whoa.
Yeah, what's his problem?
Yeah, what's this about? But like looking back, I'm like, yeah, he was right. He probably should have just kicked our asses.
It helps. You know, you learn younger. It's better.
Yeah. But also, like, when they had that argument, we should start arming teachers. I was like, no, we shouldn't. Because they're going to shoot kids like me. Like, they're going to have a breakdown and shoot the kids themselves.
Yeah, no, I don't have a single teacher friend who I'm like, I trust that person with a gun.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw a little unhinged.
We can't even get teachers to stop fucking their kids. Now we're going to arm them?
The fucking problem is going to get worse, if anything. Hey, what are we doing today, huh?
Yeah. Right, we've already seen what teachers do with their irrational impulses.
Yeah.
Let's not give them guns. There are those moments where you, especially those like early teen years or even like preteen years. Boys, I think, do this a lot where you go to do something like that, and then the second you do it, you're like, we went too far, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know? But it becomes this like, I don't know, it's like you can't be the pussy in the group who doesn't do it.
Yeah.
As boys, at least.
Yeah.
I know boys do that a lot to each other.
Well, I have a story.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about traumatic things we did as boys in school.
Yeah.
So I was like in 6th grade and I had joined this club. I think it's called the Kiwanis Club.
Okay.
And I was trying to, join it. I heard if you join a bunch of clubs, the high school, it's the good high school, will take you, whatever. And I didn't really know what the fuck it meant. So I just kept going early in the morning. My fucking mom was happy to have us at the house. This one teacher who was like my teacher, and she was pretty cool. She was the club leader. She was giving out free donuts, and I had one, and I had left to go do something with some other students, and we came back into the class, and she had said, oh, free donuts for anyone it was her and another teacher, and she said free donuts to anyone new, like, coming in, and then I jokingly said, oh, free donuts? I'll have another one. And then, or something, and the other teacher and my teacher had sort of laughed with each other, and then my teacher said to him, she said, of course he's going to have another donut. Look at him. I was like, I was a fat kid. So
Jeez.
It was fucked up. It did something to me. I know that much because I don't know what it was. I forgot what happened. But I took a donut and I was like, I told the male teacher jokingly, I think in my time, jokingly, I was kind of fucking around. He said, I said, well, be quiet or I'll shove this in your face. And he goes like, oh yeah, right. And I took the donut and I slammed his face with it. I took it in my hand and just full on look like this. His glasses fell off. He was a big motherfucker. Yeah. And so it gets silent in the fucking room. Silent.
Yeah, sure.
Silent. It's only a few of us. It's morning. It's before class. This is supposed to be like the good kids, kids trying. And it was dead silent. I didn't know. Nobody knew what to do. And he took me down the hallway and he starts berating me. He's like, you little motherfucker, I will beat the piss out of you. I don't just angry. He's like, I will beat the piss out of you. Like rage on his face. And then I thought he was taking me to the dean. And I said, please, no, please. Because he didn't know that my mom was beating the shit out of me when I come home, So anything, he was just, I was relieved when he started yelling because I was like, oh, thank God my mom's not going to find out. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'll take the ass kicking.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take the yelling over being the fucking hit with a belt when I get home,
Yeah, sure.
He'll hit you with the belt. And then she'll start whining like, I have these shitty kids. And you're like, shut the fuck up. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's a whole
punch
thing.
me in
It's
the
a whole
face.
thing. Yeah, hit me again and shut up, Mom.
Yeah.
My stepfather sat I grew up with, there was 4 boys in my house and 1 girl. It was like a blended family. But I remember my stepdad sitting me and my brother down once and saying that my mom was hurting her hands when we would block her from hitting us.
Yeah, how dare you?
And maybe just let her get a couple in so she doesn't hurt herself.
Yeah. I mean,
the 80s were fucking wild.
Yeah, man. My dad, I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum, but my dad would be like, come here and get hit. And you'd be like, no. Like, I'm not walking to get smacked in the face.
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? You know, you'd be like, come here and get hit. My dad's this old school Italian guy and everything. He was like, I'm not only going to hit you, but I'm going to break you a little bit too. He's like, come here. And you're like, no. And he's like, if I get up and chase you, and he was right, because when he did have to get up and get us, it was worse than if we came and got our one hit. It would have been one hit. If he had to get us, then he's like throwing us down, you know? Then it's like a fight. Now we're like in a fist fight with a guy who's much stronger than us. You know, that's but that I relate to what you're saying with like the worst thing in the world could have been them telling my dad. That's the worst fucking thing. And we were bad kids. We did a lot of fucked up shit. And a lot of it did not get back to our parents, especially neighborhood stuff. School's a little different because the teachers will tell your parents, right? But like neighborhood shit, because we were like all latchkey kids, like all of our parents worked. We were out all day long. And then we would do really fucked up weird shit. Like we one time went to a pet store and bought like a rat that you could buy at a pet store.
Yeah.
And we put it in the mailbox of this girl. Like we just put it loose in their mailbox and then we waited like down the block to see like if they came home and opened the mailbox, this rat would pop.
How did you pick the girl?
What's up?
How did you pick the girl?
It was like a kid in our. It was for someone we were friends with. It was just somebody we wanted to play a prank on.
Yeah.
It was like a girl that we were friends with. It
wasn't like some girl that narked on you when you were like,
no, it wasn't like a revenge thing. No.
Show her what a rat's like.
To be honest, here's how random I think it was. I think we were walking past her house. We were like, oh, she lives there. And somebody was like, we should put something weird in her mailbox. And then we started brainstorming.
For no reason.
Yeah. Exactly.
She's probably going to grow up to be an art teacher.
Yeah.
better cut this shit off in its tracks.
Yeah, let's hurt her for no reason. Yeah, exactly. We were like, let's do something weird to her because we're near the house. But then we had to leave the house and go all the way to the pet store and come back to the house. Like, we just did such stupid shit. We one time, there was, it was almost like a lazy boy chair, like one of those old, like, recliner chairs we found. It was like July. And we thought it was hilarious to take this chair and put it in front of random people's houses. One person would sit in the chair and all the other kids would stand around and we'd ring the bell. And then it was July. We'd just start singing Christmas carols to whoever opened the door. Like the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Like this is just the kind of things that like a 13-year-old boy, or maybe probably younger, the 12-year-old boy would just find funny. Would it be funny if they opened the door and it was July and we were all singing Christmas carols to them? Like what a dumb fucking thing. So we did this. We did this until an old man like came out and started like kicking us. He was like, get the fuck out of here. Like he just got really mad. And we were just like psychologically damaging our whole neighborhood. Like we were just like walking around. We were just such a problem in our school, in our neighborhood. It's that same elementary school. It's like when I took my daughter to school the other day, I'm like, part of it was like sweet. It was like, oh my God, this is like the next step. She's 4. This is pre-K. This is like the next step. It was kind of like emotional. Like, oh my God, she's like going to school. Like this is like, we're going to drop her off at school now. She's
like not going to school, by the way.
So pre-K is
daycare.
Yeah. No, she's in daycare now. It's going to be, it's going to be.
It's like glorified.
It's like, it's a glorified daycare.
Wait, is she's
not coming back with homework?
Or what? It's like pre-K or something or what?
It's pre-K, yeah. It's going to be pre-K. But because it's, I guess my point is like not necessarily what she's learning, but it's in a school.
Schedule.
It's in a full school. Like it's
but like you can come get her whenever you want. It's not like she's got
no, there'll be set hours there, I think.
Okay.
But I think the point is though, it's not necessarily like that she's going to be like learning something incredible. It's that we're bringing her to a school that is pre-K through 8th grade. So like we're in the school, like where she's going to probably be for a while. So it just started to trigger all these like, oh my God, now she's like of that age. She's not a baby at home anymore. Now she's like, we're going to be dropping her off at school every day. And it started triggering all these memories. And the more I thought about it, I was thinking about it all day yesterday because this happened yesterday. And the more I thought about it, the more I just kept on thinking, every memory I have of school is like negative. It's all I can think of.
But you remember the worst events harder.
Yes.
It's like mammalian. So you're only remembering negative, but there were tons of good shit too. You just don't remember them as well.
Yeah. No, of course. That's what, in my mind, I'm only remembering where we got in trouble, the fights we got into, I'm remembering like that I peed my pants twice in the first grade. First grade, by the way, kind of the age where you shouldn't be peeing your pants anymore. Peed my pants twice in the first grade. Those are the memories I'm remembering.
I wet my bed probably until like the fourth grade or something. But there was a lot of like, traumatic shit.
Right.
That probably explained it. But I remember all my brothers.
Yeah, but at that time, no one looked into it.
Nobody, not only did nobody look into it, but
yeah, but he did go to jail, so it's fine.
Yeah, there's a psychiatrist in jail. You can go. That's where you can go figure shit out.
You know what they did about it? My brothers got together and held a meeting without me, and then one day sat me down and were like, "We came up with a name for you. It's the Midnight Sailor." Like that's how they handled childhood trauma back then.
Yeah. We're gonna shame you. Isn't that everything when you're a kid? Like you just stop doing things. If you do weird things, you stop doing them because you get made fun of.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
Like
but
there's
you
no
also
healthy.
need that a little bit. There's like
because
a little bit
you
of
got to
extra.
learn how.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of bullying is good. Because how do
social
you know?
engineering?
Yeah.
Yeah, which sounds a little. That sounded
It's
a
like
little.
this-
That sounded a little Nazi-ish the way you said that. But like it was, you're like we're gonna end. We're gonna get you, condition you to be a way, right? But it's true though. Bullying, a healthy degree of bullying is like. I guess it's a difference. It's a fine line between bullying and getting teased by your
but
friends.
listen, no, maybe not bullying, but like
Not getting beat up,
if you look
but-
around the class and you're like, all my friends got invited to this birthday party, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Like maybe work on yourself. Like maybe be a little funnier. Maybe tell better
You
stories.
say to a little kid, buddy, you got the personality of a rock. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
look
ever
at
stop
what-
to think that maybe you're not getting invited to these parties because you're not a party?
Yeah.
You're not a party. Hanging out with you is not a party. You're kind of an annoying fuck.
I know but listen, this thing where it's just like you have to invite, there's schools. I remember like when my niece was little, it was you either passed out invitations to the entire class or you couldn't pass them out to anybody.
What?
And it's like, well, how does that teach you to step up your game if you're a shitty kid?
Yeah. How are you going to learn how to be cool enough to get invited to cool
Right.
shit if you get invited to everything?
Right.
But,
That-
just like you find it's even worse, I think, if like the weekend after, like the parents got together with the other parents and they told them on the down low, and then like the weekend after you find out there was a great party you weren't invited to. Isn't that worse?
Yeah.
That's more fucked up. How much more traumatic is that you don't see it coming?
When you find out on the bus, everybody's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh,
man.
fuck.
That party was awesome.
Timmy's
Jessica's
party was
had
awesome.
a horse. And you're like,
Yeah.
what?
The bus driver's like, you should have been there.
And the whole school was just like, quick shout out to Jessica.
Yeah, on the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
She threw a fucking rager.
Did you ever have like any of your friends' parents? Did you ever get in trouble with a friend to where their parents had to step in?
Oh, yeah.
I had
so many times.
There was this kid, and I don't remember what grade I was. Maybe I was like 11 or 12 or something, and he was older, and we'd gotten into a fight, and he was chasing me, and I was scared, but also I had to pee really bad. Like, I had to pee before the fight started.
Right.
Like, I was already looking around like, hey, we were playing outside. I was like, hey, where should I go pee? And then we got into a fight over something, and he starts chasing me. Like, he wants to fight me, and I'm yelling back as I'm running like, dude, I got to piss. Like, now I'm, like, scared and a kid, and I'm like, dude, I got to piss.
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm stopping to piss because we were, like, kind of like in some woods. We were
Right.
like between a fence and some shrubs.
Yeah, can we
and
resume this in a
neighborhood.
minute?
my
I gotta
God.
pee.
So I was like, dude, if you come any closer, you're getting pissed on. And I stopped and he kept running. So I turned around and I sprayed him with piss.
Nice.
And
That's a defensive move right there.
it was a defensive.
like that's what a cat would
Let me
do.
tell you something. Yeah, it was the little kid equivalent of like punching the prison yard bully in the mouth, like the biggest one. Let me tell you how fast that ended, whatever the fight was.
Yeah.
And he ran home. And then I was like, I didn't think anything of it because I forgot that his mom carpools us to Hebrew school. And then it was like the next day, like it was like, like Wednesday after school or whatever. I'm now in a car with his mom and him and a couple other Hebrew school kids. And we get to the temple. All the kids get out. Like I'm getting out. She's like, not so fast, Kenny. And then I had to stay behind and listen to this lady be like, so peeing on my son isn't acceptable? Like, I had to catch a whole lecture from this woman. Like, please don't urinate on my son again.
But you put yourself in the parents' shoes. That's not a conversation you think you're going to have when your kids are out with their friends. Imagine your kid comes home, they're like, fucking Ken peed on me. You're like, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be pissed as a parent.
Well, what did you do to deserve that? Did he just do it randomly, or were you attacking him in the woods?
No, I don't know, man. If my kid came home and said a kid hit me, I'd be like, what happened? If my kid came home and said someone pissed on me, I'd be like, what the fuck? That is a different. Right. That would unlock a different level of paranoia in me if it was pee. We got in trouble like that all the. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. As you get older, like someone pissing on you becomes like something from gross to like maybe I try this in bed.
Wouldn't that be wild if I like altered his DNA?
Yeah, now he's got a fucking golden shower fetish. Now he's spending all of his family savings on hookers to pee on him.
Yeah. But it's only from guys. It's the gayest thing he does. He just like only male hookers piss on him. No touching else, just piss on me.
Yeah, and he has to explain to his wife that he's not gay. He's like, I'm not. It's like a thing I like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gay. I just like when dudes piss on me.
Yeah, like I
don't know. Why do I feel this way? Yeah.
I bring him to the woods. I yell at them and then they pee on me and they call me a little slut. It's just how I get off.
He did friend request me on Facebook. Like, we did move past.
He's probably plotting his revenge on you still. He's like, hey, man, you want to catch up one day? He's going to fucking pee on you at a bar.
We did move past it and remained friendly, through
Well, the
high
parents
school.
are more traumatized by those things than the kids are because you laugh it off as a kid. You're like, oh, shit, that was fucked up. Like how many, like, we all got into fist fights with each other. We didn't hold the grudges. The next day, we were all friends again. You know what I mean? We all did that shit to each other all the time.
One time in high school, so I had a welding shop, and I didn't know this was happening at the time. So I was sitting down doing my work, and I think I was blowtorching something, and another kid who was the bad kid in class, he's failing. Everyone knows he's like the loser. But, like most losers, he's going to try and bring some kids with him. So he was fucking around, and I was busy fucking welding something. There's a fucking torch in my hand. And this guy took his dick out and he put it on my shoulder. And I didn't know it was there. I didn't know there was a dick on my shoulder at all.
Well,
I'm welding.
That is, I have so many questions.
Yeah. Why take your dick out near an open flame?
Yeah.
Why would you put your dick on the guy with a blowtorch in his
That's what I said.
Wait, so what happened?
It didn't make any sense.
That's the last
So
person.
wait, what happened?
Nothing. I never found out until they told me. I didn't even know there was a dick on me. Bro, I literally had 1,000-degree heat like in my fucking hand with two metal things. All it would have taken me to go like, what? Like that. No dick anymore. Gone. Just
right. Yeah. Solder his pee hole shut.
So funny to think about. Yeah. Like, could you there's things you do when you have no impulse control are insane.
Yeah. Wait, how old are you at this point?
It was like 10th grade, I think.
Just
So
the
not
fact
even
that
that.
they're handing you a blowtorch in itself. is
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah. Also,
insane.
why are we giving teenagers blowtorches? Well, this is like
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Welding shop was
I like
awesome.
how you kept saying, like, I didn't know there was a dick on me. Like
Yeah.
you should have expected it. Like,
Yeah.
like that's not something people go around doing.
Yeah.
But also to get it on your shoulder,
Yeah.
had to have been a
Well,
like
he was.
pretty big dick, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, good for him, you know?
yeah.
Packing heat.
Right. That's the though. That's there's an age where you're like, just it's funny to do that kind of thing. There's
That
like
was one thing. Like that was. I never thought that shit was funny. Like me and
Yeah.
other than peeing on the one kid, like dicks never came out.
Yeah,
in any
yeah,
of our
yeah, yeah.
shenanigans.
Yeah. No, me neither. But there is an age where kids find that shit funny. Like there is an age. It's like younger than that, you would never think to do that, and
Yeah.
older than that, it's like those are.
Oh,
it's
I
like
can go to jail.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
this like little spot of like early teen years where like someone taking their dick out and hitting something off the table with it is funny. Like
Yeah.
that's just it's a short
Yeah.
period of time where what becomes a serious like sexual crime
Yeah.
a few years later is just good old fun
Yeah.
with the boys,
And then like also somehow this period in college where like between 18 and 20, 22, you're just kind of like, you're like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. It's like 13 to like maybe 16, and then for some reason 18 to like 20. It's like a green light for dicks out. Literally, there's
Yeah.
a phrase, dicks out.
But like 18 to 20, it's a different dicks out at 18 to 20. 18 to 20, it's a little more like sexually charged at 18 to 20, where like I feel
yeah.
like you know what I mean? 13 to
That's
16
fair.
is just
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
You know, like, hey guys, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that like at a young age, it's not even necessary. I mean, granted, those kids are going through hormones and stuff, but like, in puberty and stuff, like they're
There's
getting
a
different hormones.
different feeling, definitely.
It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
It's the intent. The intention is totally different. There's those teenage years are fucking weird, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you just do crazy, weird shit, and you
don't know why.
You don't know why. I guess it's probably a normal part of like your development as a human to explore these weird things that prior to that, there's always a parent or a teacher near you where they're like constantly curbing your behavior, and you start to do
Yeah.
something weird. They're like, no. And you're like, okay. But then you start getting some freedom because you start going out without anyone. Maybe you're riding your bikes around the neighborhood, or you start being alone with your friends more, right? Like you're not necessarily always having a parent over you. You're starting to get a little bit of freedom, and you've got these hormones, and you're just like, how far could I push my urge of doing silly? Not that you're thinking that deeply as a kid, but you're like, you just start pushing boundaries with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the age where like people like a 13, those are like the people that kill someone because they throw a fucking, a brick off a bridge and it
Yeah.
hits a car, because they, those are those ages where you just start doing rambunctious shit.
Random, no reason bullshit.
Yeah. Like I have a cousin with a deviated septum because my other cousin was throwing bricks over his shoulder
Holy shit.
and it hit him in the face. Like
Oh my
that kind
God.
of
Also, he's had a decades-long cocaine problem, but it must have been from the bricks.
it was
Yeah,
it was a brick. It was definitely a brick.
It was a brick in so many words, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
It just there's no real explanation for any of it. And I like, so I have a girl, she's 4 years old, and I think about, sometimes I say like I dread her teenage years, but to be honest, I don't dread like who she's going to become in her teenage years. I dread her knowing boys that are of that age.
Yeah.
It's young. I don't know, man. 13-year-old boys are fucked up. They're weird. Like you were saying with your stepdaughters, like, yeah, there's definitely the age where a teenage girl is hard as a parent to deal with.
Yeah, but I would take girls over boys.
Yeah,
any
same.
day of the week.
Yeah.
Same, dude. Same. Even at this young age, I watch little boys like just, a little boy will come over your house and punch your TV. And you're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck? Like,
yeah.
where like little girls, they might fight over sharing Barbies, but it's all psychological fighting. It's not physical.
Yeah.
Or like little boys will just like come over and you're like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, I just took all your toilet paper out of your bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why?
I started a fire. Like, what? Where's the fire?
It's
somewhere
so cool.
You can't find it. Like, what?
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, little boy. And you know what? I guess it's not really just a little boy thing. It's a male thing because little boys, little fucked up boys, turn into fucked up teenagers who turn into fucked up men. Right? Like it is guy behavior. It matures over time to a degree, but it is always. You look at boy male behavior sometimes when you're not the one doing it. You're like, what is that? What triggers that?
I hate that there's that instinct, a propensity to murder. You know what I mean? Like the second I get really angry or like just getting a little fit, like it's a thought that pops in my head. Like, well, have we thought about killing this guy? Like, oh my God. Why? I don't like chill out. We can go to jail. That's a thought. That's thought one. Like, murder. Okay, that could work. Yeah.
Yeah, like someone's annoyed you enough to where you're like, there is a solution here.
Yeah.
we could kill this guy.
Yeah. Yo, it's not even that much annoying either. It's like the level of annoying when you step back from it, you're like, that wasn't even that bad, and I killed him. Oops.
Yeah.
How many times have you thought about
just because he cut me off? Well, that was a lot.
Right. How many times have you thought about punching someone who's annoyed you? Like, not even killing. Like, just like it's a thing that probably pops into my head once a day. Yeah. Where I'm like, somebody does something, I'm like, I just fucking like you just your mind goes like, I could just fucking and you kind of think about it a little bit. Your mind takes you at least, and it's a weird I don't know, testosterone thing.
Yeah, it must be. I hate it, but I also like love it. You know what I mean? Like that good feeling. You're like, I could beat the shit out of that guy. Like he wouldn't even know. Like but then so it feels good. Right. But then you're also like, come on. That's not how we build a great society. That's not.
Right.
That's not the way this works, man. Come on.
Have you ever thought like instead of hitting somebody, just like take a couple deep breaths and then put your dick on their shoulder?
See?
Maybe I'll try that, yeah.
Like if that person did that to you a few years later, you'd be like, I need to kill this guy.
Yeah, this guy has to die. Yeah,
he's gonna die. He put his dick on my shoulder. This guy's gotta die now.
Yeah.
Just boys, men, whatever, but like little boys especially, the consequences don't even enter, I think, a kid's head. Like we did all this dumb shit in school, outside of school, and we didn't even think twice about like the only thing we were worried about. Like I could tell you, the only thing I was ever worried about when I was doing dumb shit in the neighborhood was, will my dad find out? That's the only thing that ever entered my head. It was never like, is this right or wrong to do?
Yeah.
Is this going to hurt someone's feelings?
Yeah.
None of that shit. It wasn't even a fucking thought. It was just like, I know it's wrong. Will my dad find out? Yeah. That was my whole fucking childhood. Was like waking up, doing something fucked up, and hoping dad doesn't find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird.
There's just something. Even if the physical pain was the same, it's like the emotional background that comes with it that makes it worse. Who cares? Like if they're beating the crap out of you, it's like it's your parent, and they're either disappointed or they somehow can make it emotionally worse. That's like triple the fucking weight.
Yeah, I knew that like if I was in trouble with my dad, that there was gonna first be him telling. The first thing was gonna happen was he's gonna tell me why I did something wrong. Like he was gonna express his disappointment in me. Then I was gonna get hit, and then I was gonna be punished. Like then it was gonna be like I can't do something. I can't go out tomorrow. I can't go out.
I feel like that should be an either or. Like
no, there's a full
take the punishment or I hit you. Like I feel like if he hits
give
you,
the choice.
Yeah, like you should be like either I hit you or you can't, or you're a guy. You can't go out for the next.
Yeah, and you got, and then you think about your social schedule for a minute. You're like, do I have anything planned tomorrow that would be fun? Because maybe I'll just take the smack.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of a dead weekend anyway. I'll avoid the beating.
I'm gonna say this, just listening. Really, I feel like every episode we do.
It's about my father hitting me?
Yeah, more and more. I'm like, I'm not sure he hit you enough. Like,
oh, wow. Jesus Christ.
Well, he didn't. He clearly.
See how toxic males are.
He
see if
didn't.
this is toxic male behavior right here.
Damn
He
it.
clearly didn't fix you.
It makes me so, yeah.
No, because that's the thing. I didn't get like random beat. It's not like my
But
dad
you're
came
like
home.
running around putting rodents in people's mailboxes for
Yeah,
no
but-
reason. Like you should have
but
been.
he didn't hit you so hard you became like a serial killer. You know what I mean? Like you're not beating off in public.
Right, that's the thing. You don't know
also-
if you really beat your kid. You don't know
Yeah.
which way it's going to turn them.
This is why
There's got to be like a certain level. Like this. If this is the cutoff, you were right here.
You know, like those punching bags that measure your punch. There's got to be
Yeah.
a certain number you hit that is like this will fix my kid. This will break my kid. This will encourage my kid to do better.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't know you well, but I'm going to tell you why I think you're a glass is half empty person.
No.
Because you're like, well, he didn't beat you into being a serial killer, but it's like he also didn't beat him into being a superstar like Michael Jackson or Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
he could have
That's true.
beat you into something positive.
He could have.
Here's
Yeah,
the
but
thing though, with those guys like Michael Jackson, his dad beat the shit out of him, but his dad was also on top of him. So you needed him to be on top of you too. He can't just hit you; he has to hit you and then also push you at the same time.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
right. Yeah, but let's not act like Michael Jackson didn't then also hurt people. Like you're also talking about him becoming a superstar. He also fucked some kids. Like it wasn't all okay.
Allegedly. All right.
Listen,
Didn't
He
just see it?
stared into Corey Ames' butthole, from what I understand.
Let's
Wait,
Okay,
seriously?
like a telescope. Like he looked into his ass. I think it was
I
Corey
didn't
Ames.
hear. Oh, really?
like a magic 8-ball.
Shook it up
But
and waited
he
for an
did.
answer.
Here's what people don't talk about. Michael Jackson did an awful lot of nice things for those kids too. So
Yeah,
like
what the fuck?
he filled their days with fun.
yeah.
Nights were a
Also,
little rough.
Let me ask you a
Right?
question.
Yeah. Maybe it's the parents' fault for not just treating it as a day camp.
Yeah, what the fuck? If somebody famous was like, "Hey, I'd love to let your kids sleep over my house," I'd be like, probably not. I don't think I'd be okay with that. But thank you for letting us use your house during the day. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
We'll bring them to the petting zoo, but we'll be there.
Right.
Okay,
Michael,
we're all
one
gonna
of the
sleep
kids-
over if we're gonna sleep over.
He took one of those kids to the set of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
And the kid was like 10 or 11. Harrison Ford like hung out with the kid on
Holy
set.
shit.
Yeah, like if you had asked me at 10, do you want to go to the set of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, but you're going to have to shower with Michael Jackson? I'd be like, fucking sign me up.
Let's go
Let's
right
do it.
now. I do
This
that
is-
right now.
Yeah, I'd shower anyone with anyone.
Yeah,
for that.
see, I don't know
Yeah.
if I don't know about getting on the set of the Dial of Destiny. I don't know if that has the same.
Right,
All
it's
right,
got to be a
fair,
good
fair,
one.
fair.
It's got to
Gotta
be a
be
really
like-
good one.
All right,
This is all
Superman, the new one. They got you on that set. You
right, pretty cool. But
if they told you to suck some fucking Hollywood guy's dick right now and you'd have a full career, I'd do it. Would you do it?
we just 100%.
Yeah.
But that's like you're giving the choice. You know, you're giving me a
Yeah,
choice.
that's
Have
fair.
this or have
That's
that.
fair.
I'm
fair.
gonna choose that lucrative dick. Yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah. That's also
I'm gonna monetize that blowjob.
Yeah. It's also
For
like
sure.
it's only one. But if they were like, okay, well that was nice and all, but you also gotta suck this guy's dick, and this is the ED, and this is the director, and there's like a long line of dicks. I'm like, no way. I'm not doing that. All right.
When you said ED,
One
I thought
guy.
you meant like the guy has erectile dysfunction.
That's what I thought.
He's got ED. You're gonna be there
I was
a
like,
while.
oh man, you're gonna be there all day.
Yeah. You're like, looks like you're just stretching out like a chicken neck for like 20 minutes. You know,
Play-Doh.
the ED's got ED, and you know you're gonna be there for half a day. You're gonna have to like fucking hang out with him and
Look,
stuff.
do you want fame and fortune or not? Because this is how you get it. All right. You gotta help me get hard.
Yeah,
That's how you
Right.
weed out the committed.
your destiny comes out of that. Your destiny's coming out of that dick, right?
Yeah.
I'll even go as far to say is that, like, if I want to keep on adding to the funds, I could go back whenever I want to suck a dick for some more money.
Oh.
You know, like it's like if every dick sucking gets me another million. You know, maybe I suck 2 dicks and I'm like, I'm good. But then after a while, I overspent and I'm like, can I go back and get some more? Can I go back and get another million? You know, is that available? Is this like Is this like lottery? Like, can I just go back and...
I love that you think you're worth $1 million to suck a dick.
I would suck dick so well that I think I'd get tipped.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I would get tipped.
You'd be like the rest of us. It's like
you think you'd get $1,020,000?
Because if I keep my eye... I think I'd keep my eye on the prize so much it would motivate me to suck a great dick.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you think about sucking a dick, you're not gonna do a good job. Like if that's what you're concentrating on, if you're like, oh God, I gotta suck this dick. Like if you're dreading it, you're not gonna do a good job. But if you're like,
I 100% would do a bad job. It's like, who the fuck wants to do that? Oh wow. I would do a great job. Believe in yourself though. Yeah. Right. Your confidence.
I've never seen so much misplaced confidence.
Yeah. It's not like any of us are going to give $1 million to prove it. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince you guys.
Yeah.
I just
listeners to the podcast. If anybody has $1 million, we have maybe a thing going. You know.
Yeah. We'll do an audio only podcast version of that. I don't know. I think of it like, you know, like cooking. Like I take great pride in my cooking. It's like I'm not going to be a chef. It's not gonna, no one's gonna really hire me to do it, but like I want people. But I like people to know that I'm a good cook.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could fucking kill it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Right. If you throw me in a commercial kitchen, I'd do all right.
Yeah.
I think I could hold my own. I might not be great, but I'd whip up a good pasta. You know.
I'll fucking have you leaving, just wanting more pasta.
Right. Exactly. Like you will be like, that guy really gave it his all. That's at least that. You'll at least leave that blowjob with $1 million less in your bank account because you gave it to me, and you're gonna be like, that guy really gave it his all.
Yeah, I believe in that guy. Yo,
Daniel, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Probably air this in like early August. You have anything to plug? You want to plug anything? Website, dates, anything?
Yeah, check out my Instagram. It's definitely like. It's Daniel_J_Perafan. Check it out. Give me a follow. I talk to the camera every day.
You're very funny, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. It's a Bit Too Much Podcast and all the socials. Follow, like, subscribe, and see you next time.